Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Rural Contractors. I'm your host, Paul Osmundosn, and today's topic is Mindset of Subcontractors. I started my business, one-man crew, just trying to keep myself busy, took on some roofing projects, and realized I was going to need to have some help, or it would be more beneficial to have some help. Hired one subcontractor. He had his own insurance. We just worked together. I pretty much supplied all the jobs. Eventually went to having another subcontractor. Somewhere in this process, I hired a coach. I'm starting to build my business. And I went from this change of it's a hustle to I'm building a business. And these subcontractors came in with the mindset of we're just hustling. We're making more money than we were as employees. We had this mindset of we're making more money. We don't have to work as much. But as I started to grow and wanting to take my company to the next level, and I had enough work to keep these guys busy all the time. And I had this lack of control of the culture because when it came right down to it, they weren't employed by me. And I had a hot seat with my coach at the time, and he said, do the subcontractors get you to your long-term goal of where you want to take your company? And they didn't. And I drug my feet for a long time until those guys took different jobs, had enough jobs of their own going on. And then I knew I didn't want to do the subcontractor thing again. I knew it was time to bring on team members. And part of that process was, how do you pay them? You know, I feel like a lot of the scarcity mindset of that is, number one, can I provide for them? Well, I was already providing that income to those subcontractors. So I knew I had that amount of work, that wasn't a problem for me. But I think what I was scared of was, how do I pay the taxes? How do I do payroll? All of this stuff. When I was an employee, I remember the process of getting my paper time cards in. You forgot to get them in. The boss's wife did payroll, and she was hounding people to get your time cards in, and then she's got to email them over to their accountant and get it done. And I was like, that just sounds like a major headache. Eventually, we started using Hour Tracker and stuff like that. But the problem I had with Hour Tracker is, I wanted to go in and see individual jobs and stuff like that. So I built out my own custom spreadsheet, and I just gave the accountant access to that spreadsheet so that she could pay them right off of that. The guys knew Friday evening, hours have to be in, and I didn't have to touch it. I didn't have to touch it and take it to get things done. There's times when things don't get messed up. She'd send me a text. The guys could plug it in. We're good to go. I'm not saying it was foolproof, but a lot of these things we are scared of, you just have to jump in and do it. I have no desire to do the payroll. I don't want to spend my time on that. That's not where my gifts are. I enjoy lining up the jobs and building the business. Payroll is not that expensive. I think my accountant charges me $20 a payroll for 1 to 7 employees. Not bad at all. Not worth the headache of me going and trying to figure out all that stuff online and all of that. But then my accountant was also really organized that they send me a packet. Sign here, here's your quarterly taxes, here's addressed envelopes. Awesome. You guys don't have to do it all. Find somebody that you can work with to do your payroll. And where do you want to take your company? What culture are you gonna bring into your company to take you where you want to go? Subcontractors, coming right down to it, they aren't going to take you where you want to go. They're building their own thing. They're not a part of your culture. Hope this was helpful for you guys today. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.